Pisces, welcome to your December read. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is for December, general reading for Pisces. We're going to be looking at a couple of questions, and then we'll just do some general inquiry with other decks. But we're going to start off with this Modern Witch Tarot, and I'm going to ask the universe to give us a little guidance around what gifts the universe has for Pisces this month. What gifts does the universe want to give to Pisces this month? And then I want to ask, how do we become better receivers? Many of us are able to give, quite happily to give. But when it comes to receiving graciously, we have a bit more of a challenge there. So how do we get better at being receivers? How do we improve our ability to receive? That's my second question for the universe, for Pisces, for December. All right, let's see, Pisces, what we have here. We'll do some clarifiers as well, but let's see. So the universe wants to give you a divine union, a partnership. Could be a romantic partnership, could be a business partnership, either one. Intuitively, I think it's a relationship, a romantic relationship. I think that, yeah, I don't know if I have more to say. The universe wants to give you a new romantic partner. The universe wants to give you some fun, too. Temptation, perhaps. Playfulness, you know. I don't think that there's anything negative about this at all. I think that what the universe wants to give you is an ability to confront your shame. And I know that doesn't sound terribly comfortable, but the outcome of that is freedom, right? If you are able to look at what you're chained to and free yourself from shame. Shame is a very interesting topic, and I'm not going to get going on it because we could spend half an hour chatting about what an interesting and fascinating thing it is. To me, shame is sort of, well, it's a very effective tool of societies to control folks. It can also be sort of the Mrs. Dash. Is it Mrs. Dash? You know, that spice mix. Sort of the Mrs. Dash of sexuality. Sometimes people play with shame, you know, in a sexual way. I don't know that that's what this is about, though you do have the lovers here. You could be in a romantic partnership that lets you explore your shadows, your shadow side, the things that you hide from the light, the things that make you feel embarrassed or ashamed. I think that what I sense is there's a new romantic partnership in the offing, and maybe as part of that partnership, and maybe just separate from it entirely, is this gift of freeing yourself from being controlled by the opinions of others, right? Because ultimately that's what shame is. It's you judging yourself because of some external source telling you that what you do or what you feel or what you are is wrong. And even for people that don't really spend most of their life giving two shits about what people think of them, they can still be ashamed. They can still feel less than in some way because of certain topics. Big ones there: sexuality, finances, being in debt, which is something that many people in this country are, in the world, I'm sure, is something that people feel a lot of shame about. If they are somehow financially not as well off. It's very interesting stuff. I think the universe wants to free you from being controlled by the opinions of others about your, sorry about that, I guess I just got a package, Anyway, back to your reading, Pisces. I think one of your gifts is to free you from that control of others' opinions. The Nine of Cups in reverse is your third gift from the universe. Interesting. Dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction is a gift this month for you. A lack of fulfillment, a feeling that something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It's interesting. Where's the gift in that? Well, sometimes we think we want something. We think that we know exactly what we want, but it's not actually what we want at all. It's a lesser version of it, or a convenient version of it. Just get some water. I think these might be related. I think what we really want sometimes, we don't really want to acknowledge, okay, because of shame. So there may be something about the gifts you're receiving in December that help you, although it's dissatisfaction because you didn't get what you wanted, it's actually a gift in disguise because what you thought you wanted wasn't really what your soul needed. Interesting. I'm thinking of that Rolling Stones song, and I'm my throat is so jacked up. Since I started reading cards, it's throat chakra issues all the time. So I am not going to sing for you. But there is the Rolling Stones song. You know, if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. So sometimes you don't get what you want, but you get what you need. And I think that's kind of, it's rolling around in my head. And I think that there's something about that. And also the devil makes me think of the Rolling Stones. I don't know why. There's sympathy for the devil. That's why it makes me. Anyway, enough about me and my free associating here. Let's look at the cards, Pisces, for how do you become a better receiver. So the Knight of Cups is here first. And this is about following your heart. So, you know, Pisces, everybody thinks, oh, all in emotion, absolutely in your heart, but maybe not. Maybe you don't follow your heart as much as you should. I shouldn't say the word should. I'm trying to break myself of that habit. But there is part of how you become better at receiving is to embrace the part of you that decides things with your heart. Because gifts are from, the best gifts are from their heart, right? They're emotionally tinged physical objects that are meant to express love and affection. We give gifts to people we care about. And if you don't try to deny your Pisces nature, if you let yourself think with your heart, it opens you. It opens you to receive. The Ten of Pentacles here, you know, feeling financially abundant, that also could be an issue for you, that you aren't able to accept gifts because you feel like you already have so much. You feel like you're already so fortunate, so blessed, that you don't deserve more because you already have so much. That's sort of a lack mentality kind of thing. You may be doing incredibly well financially now after not having done in the past, and maybe that makes you feel like you shouldn't get any more. And the universe wants you to know that's not true. There's enough for everyone. It's not a pie. You know, it's not like if you get more gifts, someone else can't get gifts. Everybody gets as many gifts as they want, as many as they will receive, right? Because it's not a finite source. The universe is infinite. It is abundant. It has so many gifts to give to everyone. And all of us are sitting here unable to receive what it's trying to give us. So don't worry about having too much already. The Queen of Pentacles is interesting. So this is about being financially secure or being really practical, feeling capable of expressing your sensuality, loving your body, making sure that you prioritize pleasure in your life. So how is that related to you becoming a better receiver? Well, I think that it might be the practicality that we're focusing on here. You might be saying, oh, I don't need to receive anything more because realistically I've got enough already. I've got too much even. I don't know how to integrate what you're offering me into my life because I'm already feeling overwhelmed. There are different ways that this could play out. It's been completely overcast all day, Pisces, and now the sun is coming out. So we've got a little bit of a sun situation here. I wonder if I can do anything to block that. Let me see what I can do here. Does that help? Yeah, that might buy us a little time. All right, I'm going to try that. If I block this with my body, there we go. So let's do a few clarifiers. I can always get up and go shut the shade if I need to, but I wanted to just see if we could do this first. I'm going to ask if there are any clarifications on your gifts first. Any clarifications from Spirit on the gifts for Pisces? Any clarifications from Spirit on the gifts? Any clarifications from Spirit on the gifts for Pisces for December? All right, we got a couple. Let's see what we have. We have the Five of Wands. This is the Harmonious Tarot, these little cards. It's the Five of Wands and Death. So this is a necessary ending. This is change. This is a necessary ending which makes way for a new beginning. A necessary ending to that shame, to that being trapped by shame, being trapped by disappointment maybe. The Five of Wands is interesting because that's about competition, rivalry, conflict, struggle maybe, of not having enough resources to achieve what you want to achieve. And I'm not sure how that clarifies the Lovers or the Devil. I think maybe it's about your ability to receive the gifts that are being offered to you, the freedom from shame, the new relationship, the wisdom of the disappointment. This might be blocked by you feeling somehow conflicted internally, like you are, you're falling into this space of not being able to receive those gifts because part of you thinks that you should be ashamed. Part of you thinks you should carry that shame. Part of you thinks you should hold on to the victim mentality of the disappointment, the aspect of the disappointment that makes you feel really bad, like you've lost something or you've been denied something. You may want to cling to that negative thought space because it allows you to feel victimized. You may want to cling to the feelings of shame because they allow you to feel you can be mad at someone other than yourself. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So if you are disappointed, if you are feeling shamed by someone else, disappointed by someone else, you don't have to deal with your issues because you can keep blaming someone else. You can keep looking externally and being angry or hurt, as opposed to looking internally and saying, where is this in my control? How do I free myself? That's a lot more work. But if you're able to make the commitment to do that work in December, there are some pretty great gifts there. Being free of shame, your life could open up in ways you can't even imagine right now. Allowing yourself the pleasure of a lover, the enhancing aspects of a connection, spiritual, physical, mental connection with another human being. That can be pretty great. And allowing yourself to understand that sometimes not getting what you want is the best possible outcome is also, a gift. So if you can get past blaming others and deal with the inner conflict, deal with what it is about you that won't let that go, that wants to look outside of yourself to blame or to feel like someone else is blaming you, as opposed to dealing with your own control in the matter. I think there's some real growth available for you in December if you're able to make some time to really think about that. So, what about your becoming a better receiver? Any guidance there? Let's see, clarifiers for that. Becoming a better receiver. We got a pile here. Okay. Pardon. I mean to burp into the microphone. I had my lunch. 9 of Wands. You're being resilient. Fighting the good fight. Standing up for yourself. You're pretty tired by that whole experience, but you're willing to keep at it if you need to. You've got some real stamina here. You've got some grit. And that's telling me that part of what makes it hard for you to receive is that you are so self-sufficient and you're used to having to fight for everything that you get. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a 9, is it? Is that a 9 or a 2? My apologies. That is not a 9. I need to get new glasses. That's a 2. What's wrong with me? Why am I seeing 9s when there's a 2 there? 2 of Wands. That's not about resilience at all. That's about planning, forming new goals. So maybe you're blocked from becoming a better receiver because you're constantly shifting your focus from one thing to another. Yeah, I don't know. There's the 9. I'm not entirely insane. There is a 9 of Wands here. So I can go back to my original discussion, which is that maybe you are so used to going it alone, so used to fighting all of the battles and having to earn everything that you have, that you're not able to just accept a gift. You think it has to be hard. You think it has to require you to fight in order to have anything of value. So when the 9 is in reverse like that, you need to question what's motivating you here. The universe has some great gifts for you. Others may be trying to give you gifts as well, and you're blocking that experience. And then we have 2 3s. 3 of Hearts. I mean, the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. And this is about growth, taking the first steps of growth. The 3 of Swords about healing, healing from a wound, a necessary pain that you've gone through. And the 3 of Pentacles about teamwork, about working with others. And here I think that really is a big part of this. Learning how to receive. It's opening your heart. It's healing from past pain. It's accepting that others want to work with you. They want to give you the gifts they have to share, They want to receive from you too, but they definitely would like to be able to give, and you need to be open to that. Where are you blocking yourself from receiving gifts, love, support, because you have a past, a history where maybe you didn't get that support, you didn't get the gifts, and you're carrying it with you. And just as up here, you're sort of holding on to a burden to define yourself in almost in a victim way. And I don't say that to get anyone's ire up. I'm not trying to annoy any of you, but I think it's important to call ourselves on this now and again. Where am I holding myself back because it is easier to be a victim? And I know I'm going to get some hate mail on this one, but that's what I see. So let me pull an Enchanted Map Oracle card for you. See what we have there. We have number 22, Intention. I'll read to you from the book. A 22 breaks down to a 4, which is stability, foundation, rootedness. Just nice stuff. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however. Others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, and then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. That goes on really well with what we've been talking about. Pardon me. Take a sip of water. Where you are freeing yourself from shame and victimhood, where you are learning to work with others and to accept what others are trying to give you. I'm going to pull one of the Faeries Oracle cards now. Sorry, my throat's really gotten quite congested. My sinuses have gotten quite congested reading for you. You know, I think it's just kind of that there's just some energetic shifting going on right now, and I don't really understand all of that stuff well enough to speak to it clearly. There are some really great readers on YouTube that you should check out. Maybe I'm thinking most specifically of Water Baby. She really has some good content around the energy shifting and such that's happening, and I mean, I'm fine when I'm not reading. I'm not congested like this. I'm not clearing my throat. It's only when I'm reading for you. And I do a lot of talking on a day-to-day basis. It's not that this is the only time I talk, so I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, number 48, a collective of pixies. Maybe the number 48 means something to some of you. It is, what, 12? 3? Breaks down to a 3, which is development, first steps, and growth. Let's take a look at, maybe I'll put that one over here. Collective of Pixies. I'm going to read to you from the book. Number 48. Duty, willingness, joyful participation, and virtue. What is needed here is not only an awareness of duty, but a merry approach to it. This job has to be done, so one might as well do it with willingness. Oh, there's the sun again. Yay! It actually is nice to see the sun. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the camera too badly. Progress through this dance maze step by step, lively and lightly. Take joy and pride in achievement. Approach the work with zeal, zest, and zing, and perhaps even a little zaniness as well. Otherwise, you might as well not bother. Well, almost. There is something about this lighthearted approach to your duty that is important at this time in order to achieve the results you want. Additionally, consider the words collective and cooperative as you make your plans. This situation may take more than one person, perhaps several, working together to achieve the desired result. Joining forces with others is appropriate at this time. Seek the cooperation of friends, family, co-workers, and fairies as appropriate. So again, we're talking here about working with others. There must be something about December that's going to involve you working with team, with a group of others on a project or a goal that so the goal here, or the project, I think that's quite important for you, but also equally important, I believe, is going to be the working with others. There's something about that that is crucial to you learning how to be a better receiver, and to you receiving these gifts that the universe has for you in December. And I'm pulling one of these. This is The Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck. And the one that you got is, I am the dreamer of my dream. What does that mean for you? I think what I'm sensing here is that this very much goes with this discussion we had about the shame card and about the disappointment. It's about letting others decide what you will be, what your life will be. And the universe is saying, don't forget, it's your dream. You are the dreamer of this dream, not some other party in your life that you have divested your power to. Pull your power back is what I'm sensing there. On these energies things, this discussion of, the chakra problems I'm having, the throat issues. So I mentioned Water Baby Tarot. That's she's got some great stuff. And then also Emmy Evolving. You might look her up. More esoteric, really, really deep spiritual stuff there. Well beyond my level of understanding, but I really enjoy watching her take on things. She's entertaining too. She's very funny, and she swears a lot. Well, not a lot, I guess. She has colorful language, a great way of expressing herself, and she really shares a lot of very useful knowledge that I'm only marginally aware of, and I'm learning a lot by watching her videos. So maybe check her out too if you have any interest in the energetic shifts that may be going on now. I mentioned that in your video, Pisces, because I think Pisces tend to be those that are more open to the esoteric realms and topics of discussion. So I hope you have a fantastic December. I hope that you're able to receive these gifts. I hope you're able to make some progress on being a good receiver of gifts, a gracious recipient. I hope you have, a lot of great time in December with others, but also with yourself. And I'm thinking I'll be doing a video toward the end of the month to talk about the new year, something separate from the January video, because I want to take a deep dive, and I haven't really decided yet what that's going to be or when it's coming out, but toward the end of the month. And of course there'll be the weeklies. So I hope you have a great December, Pisces, and we'll see you in the next video. Blessings.